Are you ready for the story of the year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pickpockets can be pretty sneaky, but things get even crazier when karma catches up with them instantly. In this video, I will take you on a journey through 35 moments when pickpockets get instant karma. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Pickpocket got caught while stealing man's wallet. This pickpocketer really thought that he could get away after stealing this man's wallet. Unfortunately, the victim noticed that he had just been robbed right away, so he took immediate action and grabbed the thief by his hoodie. The thief tried his best to escape but couldn't, so he eventually gave up and returned the wallet to its owner. But I have to say, things would have been much more satisfying if the police were around. Number 2. Instant karma. This snatch and grab thief has been following the guy inside the car, whose mobile phone is sitting in plain sight. Little did this thief know that the man was intentionally putting his phone on display to lure him in and give him instant karma. The thief follows the car for quite some time before he finally gets close enough to snatch the phone away. Just as he puts his hand on the mobile phone, the man in the car scares him away with a taser. This would teach him a lesson for life and make him think twice if an electric shock is worth some snatching. Number 4. Brave pensioner fights off pickpockets. This brave pensioner was standing at a bus stop in London when he almost got robbed by these two punks standing behind him. The elderly man was occupied with something in his coat when one of the pickpockets moved behind him, while the other stood in front to distract him. The thief behind him tried to reach into the man's pocket, but the pensioner noticed and reacted with anger. He raised his hand to strike the thief, causing the young man to back off. The thief's accomplice then stepped in, attempting to calm the situation, but his friend became aggressive, arguing with the elderly man and even attempting to kick him, though he missed. Thanks to the old man's sharp instincts and quick reaction, he managed to avoid being pickpocketed. Number 5. Mission failed. In the video, one woman engages the man in conversation, keeping him distracted. Meanwhile, another woman, barely visible on the left, keeps watch. The third woman, on the right, makes her move to pickpocket the man. She discreetly unzips his pocket, but before she can go any further, the man checks his pocket and finds that nothing is missing. Realizing they had been caught, the lookout signals to the woman engaged in conversation to abort the mission. Number 7. Wallet thief knocked down. Tourist spots are prime targets for pickpockets, given the dense crowds. In this short clip from Las Ramblas in Barcelona, you'll see a wallet thief get a taste of his own medicine. After attempting to steal a wallet, the pickpocket is swiftly knocked to the ground by his would-be victim. Embarrassed in front of the gathered crowd, the thief is taught a lesson by the wallet's owner before being sent on his way. Number 8. Cycle thieves. These bold thieves were busy stealing someone's bicycle, which was locked with a railing. A crowd quickly gathered, noticing their suspicious activity and catching them red-handed. One person in the crowd claimed that the bike was his. If you look closely, you can see one of the thieves using a grinder to cut through the lock. Despite being caught, the thieves didn't stop and managed to free the bike. One of them then tried to escape by riding off, but before he could get far, a bystander delivered a well-deserved slap to the back of his head. Number 9. Man wrestles the thief. The security footage shows a thief running away after sucker punching and robbing an elderly man sitting at a diner. The restaurant owner witnesses the attack and is instantly enraged. Determined to stop the criminal, he charges towards the thief, tackling him to the ground with force. The owner's girlfriend swiftly steps in, retrieving the stolen belongings. She then delivers a few well-deserved kicks to the thief, making sure he understands the consequences of his actions. Now that's justice served. Number 10. Pickpocket kicked out of the train. This pickpocket was caught in the act while attempting to steal from a passenger on this Italian train. The other passengers quickly rallied together, grabbing the thief by the neck and restraining him. Though the pickpocket tried to resist, it was clear he stood no chance against the collective strength of the group. In the end, the passengers forcefully threw him out from the train, making sure he wouldn't cause any more trouble. Number 11. Revenge on package thieves. This homeowner is an absolute legend. To solve his ongoing porch pirate problem, he came up with an incredible solution. He designed a contraption disguised as a package that would fire a blank if someone tried to steal it. The video shows several package stealers coming to the house's front door to steal the package. Just as they pick it up, they're welcomed by a loud gunshot, making it seem like the homeowner is firing straight shots at them. It's hilarious to look at these porch pirates running for their lives. Some of them were so scared that they even fell face first on the ground. So, fellas, that's why you mustn't steal anyone's stuff. Number 12. Cowboy versus robber. This robber picked the wrong day to rob this store, entering the store while pointing his gun at the cashier and a cowboy standing right behind. As the robber threatens the cowboy, he makes a grave mistake, turning his back. The cowboy saw the opportunity, and without wasting a second, he lunged at the robber and quickly disarmed him. One of the employees rushes and picks up the gun so it won't get back into the hands of the robber. Number 13. Pickpocket gets sucker punched. The video shows a bunch of people having a great time talking to each other, not knowing what's about to go down. The man in glasses was busy talking when he noticed that a pickpocket was right behind him, trying to steal. He then turns around and confronts the pickpocket with a sucker punch right to the face. The thief didn't see it coming. Number 14. Instant regret for stealing purse. This pickpocket must be regretting after stealing a purse in London Underground and getting caught afterwards. As you can see, the pickpocket is extremely angry and trying to use force to get away. But little does he know the people around him are way more angry than he could ever be. The crowd keeps shouting arrest, showing they're determined to bring this thief to justice. In a brief moment, the victim, a woman, holds up her white purse to the camera, proof that thankfully this thief was apprehended before he could escape. Number 15. Purse snatcher gets instant karma. The man wearing a helmet riding a motorbike skillfully snatches the purse from the lady walking on the sidewalk. A taxi driver coming from the opposite direction saw the incident from afar. As the snatcher approached his vehicle, the car driver rammed his vehicle right into his motorbike. The snatcher was slammed into the wall and possibly suffered an injury, but was able to get up. Number 16. SUV to the rescue. Two thieves on a motorbike stopped a couple on a sidewalk under gunpoint. They even put their hands up in the air. An SUV comes charging straight towards them and ultimately hitting them from behind with full force. Everything happened so quickly that it left everyone confused. After saving the couple from these punks, the bikers were dragged quite far while the SUV got away. Surprisingly, suffering no major injuries, the bikers also got up and fled the scene on their motorbike. Number 17. Burglar attacked by a Doberman. This burglar picked the wrong house to break into. As he entered the backyard, he was immediately confronted by a Doberman. Panicking, the burglar quickly took shelter inside a nearby shed, slipping in through its window. The dog, barking furiously, patrolled the backyard, trying to alert its owner and even attempting to break into the shed. Luckily for the burglar, the dog couldn't get inside, saving him from what would have been some painful bites. Number 19. Hero Grandpa vs. Fleeing Robber. This armed robber was trying to escape from the cops, but before he could get any further, a quick-thinking grandpa standing by the sidewalk tripped him with a swift leg move, sending the robber crashing to the ground. Police body cam footage shows the officers warning the robber to stop or they will shoot. Thanks to that grandpa's intervention, no one was harmed and the situation ended much more peacefully. Number 20. YouTuber pranks pickpockets. This YouTuber has found a clever way to deal with pickpockets in Africa. He intentionally lures the pickpockets by leaving a phone in plain sight inside a bag with the zipper open. The pickpockets carefully approach the bag and attempt to steal the phone. But as they do, they realize it's a trap. The phone is secured with a string. The thieves then try to play it off and keep walking, but the YouTuber, who is recording the entire scene, confronts them. While doing so, he even places a piece of paper on their back that labels them as a thief. Number 21. Attention pickpocket. Here. Stay alert, everyone. Pickpockets are on the move. These women are heroes. They go out on the streets and find any pickpocket they can see, then start shouting, "Attention pickpockets," so everyone is aware of these thieves. Not to mention, it's quite embarrassing for these pickpockets to be exposed like that. Number 22. Phone thief vs. biker. Heroes are everywhere, and you never know when one might come to the rescue. A biker was about to start his journey when he noticed a man on a bicycle stealing a lady's mobile phone. The thief attempted to flee, but before he could get far, the biker sprinted towards him and pushed him off his bicycle. Now, before we go any further, let's appreciate how fast that biker was, outrunning a cyclist on foot. The biker then retrieved the phone and returned it to the grateful lady. Number 23. Cell phone. Thief gets a beat down. This robber entered the wrong cell phone store to rob. Initially, the thief, who's wearing a hoodie and seems to be on a call, comes up to the counter pretending to be a buyer. The robber then takes out a bag and a fully loaded gun, pointing at the owner. Knowing that one stupid move can end his life, the owner complies with the robber's commands. He even takes him to the back room because the robber thought there might be a safe there, but there was none. They both come out of the room and go to the register. The robber carefully watches as the owner takes out the cash from the register, but he makes a grave mistake. His eyes were on the cash, not the owner. Seeing his chance, the owner lashes at the robber, punching him right in the face and ultimately taking hold of the gun. The robber takes cover by going back into the back room, but there's only one exit, and that's the one he came from in the first place. Meanwhile, the owner calls the cops, and after quite some time, the robber finally gets out. Once again, after a quick wrestling match with the owner, the thief was able to get away. He left his gun behind and stole nothing, and only took punches, whose pain would help him remember what had happened to him that day. Number 24. Man gets his bike back from a thief. The security footage shows a man cycling across the street while carrying another bicycle, which is a stolen one. The owner of that bicycle comes to retrieve it, and for that, he rams his bike into the thieves, causing both of them to fall. In a fit of anger, The owner confronts the man who stole his bike and even threatens to kill him. The thief is scared to death and does nothing but try to calm down the owner. The owner then retrieves his stolen bike and rides off until his girlfriend also reaches the scene to give the thief some deserving lecture. Number 25. Pogo stick bike seat. These people turned their bike seats into pogo sticks. A thief waits for the perfect moment to steal a bike parked beside a playground. When he thinks no one is watching, he hops onto the bike, only to be met with an unexpected surprise. The pogo stick mechanism delivers a swift dose of karma. The men who set up the trap then approach and confront the thief. Number 26. Key stealer gets knocked out. While on a journey, this motorcycle vlogger was confronted by two men on bicycles. As they were talking, the biker in front took the keys out of his motorbike and rode away. But before he could escape, the man sprinted towards him, pushed him to the ground, and tackled him. The bystanders intervene and help the man get his bike keys back. Well, it's pretty weird. Why would anyone want to steal someone's bike keys? They're worthless without a bike, though. What a shameful act indeed. Number 27. Cell phone. Thief gets tackled. This security footage is from a mall, which shows many people walking down the hall. But the one you want to focus on right now is the man wearing a black t-shirt and shorts. Within a few seconds, a thief comes rushing out of a cell phone store, trying to escape the people chasing after him. Thankfully, the man in the black t-shirt tackled the thief to the ground and handed him to the store employees. Number 28. Phone thief tried to escape through the bus window. This bus driver unknowingly let a phone thief board the bus. But before the bus could pick up speed, the men chasing after the thief started banging on the bus door, eventually causing it to stop. The owner then confronts the thief, who tries to escape through the door, but the driver closes it before he can. Finding no other way, he reaches the window, which he almost succeeds in passing through. But the owner and another man firmly grab his leg and drag him inside. The thief thought he had outsmarted the victim by boarding the bus. Number 30. Mobile phone. Snatcher. This video from India shows a police officer apprehending a mobile phone snatcher just 10 minutes after the crime. A swift chase led to the snatcher's arrest and making sure he was quickly put behind bars. All thanks to the officer's determination to catch the criminal, the victim got their phone back. Number 31. Bruce Lee versus Mobile Snatcher. This daring truck driver was personally trained by Bruce Lee himself. Take a look at this video. The truck driver was sitting inside his vehicle, talking with somebody on his phone, when a man came out of nowhere and snatched his phone through the window. The driver was left in shock at what had just happened. The thief then hopped onto his motorbike and drove away until he made a U-turn, which was a big mistake because the driver was waiting for him. Number 33. Epic thief chase. If you enjoy seeing thieves get what they deserve, then you'll love this video from Africa. The footage shows a woman sitting in her car, phone in hand, when a man suddenly lunges at her through the side window, trying to snatch it away. Thankfully, the woman held on tightly, refusing to let the phone slip from her grip. The thief then took off running, but the man sitting in the back seat wasn't about to let him escape. He quickly jumped out of the vehicle and began chasing the thief down. At first, the thief managed to slip out of sight, but after a brief search, the man spotted him and charged straight towards him. The dramatic chase was as thrilling as any movie scene. After a prolonged chase, The man finally caught up to the thief and gave him a taste of his taser. Number 35. Boxer vs. Robber. This robber is going to regret his decision to attempt to rob this pharmacy. Security footage shows the robber standing in front of the counter, threatening the girl behind it. Little did he know, her boyfriend, who happens to be a state boxing champion, was also inside the store. The boxer quickly approached the robber and immediately began attacking him. He even takes the robber's shirt off, and the criminal's aftermath is quite unpleasant. And that's about all. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell icon to see more exciting content. See you in the next one. Bye.